Hello everybody, welcome to East London, my workshop Fern Evergreen guitars, where the sirens quieten down every now and again so that you can capture a YouTube video. We're looking today at my guitar Buildoff build, and it's a completely new design. I've talked to my friends Creator Guitars who've supplied me with this really nice burl top body. I'm not sure how I'm going to arrange it just yet, but that's going to be stunning as a top to go on this crazy mystic beast. It's called Mystic Tree. It's echoing a twisted magical tree that you might find in a forest, an enchanted forest even, and it's going to be made out of walnut. And this burl is going to have a mastery bridge and trem system. So let me tell you a little bit about the build. Obviously it has this long arm here, if you can see that from where you are. It's going to be basically added from this chunk of wood here, because I hate wasting wood, and we're going to have this lovely walnut block. I'm thinking that I'm not going to use this exact walnut block simply because it doesn't seem to fit the size that I wanted to make the body. It just needs a little bit of extra here, which I could take from here and add on, but it just seems like it's a lot of work. When my friend Chris got in touch this morning and said he's got some amazing walnut that he thinks I should try out, so I'm tempted. I have to spend a little bit of money, but that's going to be better. It's going to be a 24 scale instrument, and the idea is to have an effects unit built in, made by my amazing magician of a friend Adrian at Occult Pedals in Poland, Central Europe, where we'll integrate the effects unit into the guitar itself so that you can adjust modulation at the touch of your fingertips. This is something I've wanted to do for a really long time. I'm a big fan of Vox guitars, who were started not far away in Dartford from me here in East London, and they famously put effects units, Vox effects units into their Vox guitars, and it was something quite different, and it still is something quite different, and I want to bring that into sort of more of a natural theme. They were kind of focused on like spacey kind of futuristic designs, and famously were Brian Jones' teardrop guitar manufacturer. However, this is going to be a little bit more like in a similar vein to Crimson. It's not something that I usually do, but to meet the competition and to meet the audience, you guys out there, I wanted to make something that is from my heart, but meets this kind of audience of Ben Crow and the guys who I learnt from on YouTube, who just really inspired me with their approach to taking a raw piece of hardwood, exotic wood, or even just a regular lumber that somebody might not use for a guitar, and then making that something that had an inspiration from nature. This is trying to take that idea to its absolute extreme. The sounds and the effects that are going to be built into this are going to mean that you can make something that's really natural looking and feeling, something really otherworldly and magical too. So with that in mind, I've chosen a set of Mojo Deco pickups, which are going to go in this space here. They're going to be really nice and clear, chimey single coils. We're going to have this mastery trem and bridge, just so that you can get the most out of different sounds, and have the stability and the strength there for using that tremolo system. It's a great tremolo system if you haven't used it before. I'm going to keep the controls quite simple. I'm going to have a modulation button here so that you can adjust the parameters of the effects unit, which is going to be a specifically designed effects unit by Adrian at Tone Charm and Occult Pedals. It's going to have a simple volume and tone knob setup, and at the top here is going to be just a jack input, kind of like a Jazz Master, I guess. The effects unit is either going to be up here with access to different parameters for the controls, with a wire leading down to the modulation here. There's going to be a switch here as well. The other thing that I'm thinking about the placement of this effects unit is might be more handy to have it here or somewhere here maybe, or maybe even here. I'm going to look at the possibility of that place though, because it kind of echoes something like a Jaguar or a Jazzmaster, and the accessibility is something that we're quite used to having it right here. It's also very close to your strumming hand, so adjusting those things and then adjusting the modulation here seems like something that would be quite natural to me. This is a completely new guitar and it's a completely new design. The concept is quite simple, although the construction is going to be quite complicated. I'm going to have to hollow out all of this material here. Probably going to keep a center block similar to a 335, I guess, but the top is obviously going to be this burl, bolted rippled burl I think it's called, and the extra arm piece here that you can see I've drawn on my template material is going to be coming from here. So this area here where the top of the heel would be, will be sort of cut out from that kind of shape. If I get another piece of wood, as I was explaining earlier, it's going to fit more easily. This is going to require quite a lot of jiggery pokery, but I could also take a piece from here or somewhere else. So utilizing as much of the wood as possible, dealing with my guilt complex about hollowing out huge chunks of walnut from here, and making something that's really shapely, really comfortable, kind of twisted, influenced by old trees and nature itself, and the magic of the witching hour. It's going to be a great build, and thanks a lot for coming on this journey with me on where are we now? The end of March nearly. So there's not long to go. It's 2021 Great Guitar Build Off, and I'm Fern Evergreen Guitars. Peace.